Hello, good afternoon, TV1. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. 2020. Look at all them 20s in a row. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Can't do it. Sorry. Braden, hello, how are you? I'm doing well. A little stressed, a little busy, a little hectic, a little crazy back here in video production land. Hello, Jack. Good afternoon. Simi, hello. Hello to you. Good afternoon. Swell. There's a word that only Braden uses, and I love it. It's perfect. It's very fitting for you. Hi, Jess. Give a little sec for some folks to pop in. Man, all my numbers are wrong, huh? My view counter's not working correctly in YouTube. I think they're having some issues behind the scenes. So hopefully it works somewhat reliably. I don't want to wait infinitely for people that are here or aren't coming. Okay, I'm trying to think. Oh, Patrick, how'd I miss you in there? I'm so sorry. Patrick, hi. Hello. I want to make sure we get through any projects. Hi, Blessing. That we didn't get to screen last time. Oh, that's what it was. That makes so much more sense now. Maria, hello. Maria, I got to edit your speech yesterday. Excellent job. All right, I'm going to jump back into our video project folder here just to make sure. Hi, Mrs. DiMatteo. Hello. I think we ended with Blessing's video last class. Jack made us a sandwich. Braden taught us how to ride a bike. Hello, Matthew. Jess taught us to braid. I think Maria's got some beauty tips for us. I'm going through making sure. Because they're not named, so I have to reference Google Drive. Oh, wait. Did we watch Simi's? We did watch Simi's. Okay, yeah. Simi taught us how to make pancakes. I was very hungry at the end of last class. All right, so the name of the game for today will be to get through the videos that we can for folks that are here. Like I said last time, if folks aren't coming to class, I'm not going to take up time from you guys watching their videos when we could be doing something more productive, or you could be doing something more productive. So I'm going to queue up Maria's video, get that one ready to go. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time going over the reflective piece that accompanies every project that I do, right? Every project I usually have some sort of reflection on the end, and that's honestly for me to get honest feedback from you in regards to the project itself, how you went about completing it, how you felt about it, your workflow process. This one has a few more questions in regards to the tech stuff because there were a lot more hurdles this time around than we would normally have in class. And the few things that we do have in class with our equipment and computers and software, I'm around all the time and can tweak and investigate and fix and all that other stuff. But when you're solely on your own, there's a lot more things that might go wrong. And the fact that your projects look as good as they do is a testament to your awesomeness. So that's fantastic. Daniel Lynn, hello. Oh, we've got your video to take care of and watch as well. All right. So I hope this is set the right way. It should be. Yes. Okay. All right. So Gianna's here as well. Hello. Hi, Gianna. You guys are all coming back. Yay. I'm going to try and do something different for class on Friday. I have an idea, and I don't know how it's going to work. I know it's going to be a lighter class for us as far as material and stuff like that. But I want to try something funky just to see if it can be done. It might drive me nuts, and it's probably totally unnecessary, but you might enjoy it. No more hints. But okay, so let's get into Mireille's video. This should be set up correctly, I hope. One-man broadcasting is difficult. Okay, there's the button. There's the slider. All right, so got a few videos, and then we'll go over that assignment real quick, and we'll probably wrap a little early today, but of course, if you guys want to stay and chat, I'm all for it. So Mireille is going to kick it off today. Enjoy.
The Rubik's Cube was invented in 1974 by a man named
Nope,
Ernst Rubik.
that's not the
His
right
goal-
video. It did that yesterday too. I loaded the right video and it played. See, it even says. That's so strange. Well, there was a Rubik's Cube video, but we don't want that. Mireille, okay. All right, let's try that one more time.
Hi, I'm Mireille, and I'm really good at making face masks. The first face masks were used by the wealthy class in order to maintain their beauty. The first Egyptian face masks were made of clay. It is said that Cleopatra applied clay from the Dead Sea twice a week to her skin in order to clear her skin. When it comes to clay masks, there are 4 types: kaolin clay, Brazilian clay, French green clay, and bentonite clay. Kaolin clay and Brazilian clay are best for dry to combination skin types, while French green clay and bentonite clay are best for oily to combination skin types. I apply face masks in order to feel more relaxed. Throughout my time making them, I have found what is best work for different types of skin. The first time I had washed off a clay mask, I thought that I had just removed a layer of my skin. After many trials and errors, I have created the simplest mask that anybody could put on in order to feel more refreshed. I'm starting off by adding 2 teaspoons of clay to my bowl. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of rose water. Next, I'm mixing to create a paste. If your paste is dry, add more rose water. Now I'm mixing the paste again. This is what your paste should look like. I'm starting off by cleansing my face before I apply the mask. After I wash my face, I pat it dry with my towel. Now I'm applying the mask to my skin using my face brush. After applying the mask, wait 10 to 15 minutes for it to dry. After about 10 minutes, my mask was dry, and now it's time to wash it off. Remove the mask by adding water to it and gently scrubbing your skin. After I've removed all the face mask, I'm patting my face dry with a towel. Now I'm applying moisturizer to my skin to hydrate it.
All right, I'm gonna look so beautiful the next time I make a mask, which is all the time. No, that was really great. Very good explanation at the beginning. You were very well read. And your product shots with the text look really nice. I like the use of your top down when you were mixing ingredients. And I would love to hear how you did your voiceover because it was so clean and so perfect. I'm curious how you went about recording that. Let me know, or let us know. Let us know in the chat what your process was for that because it sounded so good. And my only critique, and again, remember, folks, I'm going to be doing some more in-depth critiquing and feedback on the rubrics. I showed them last time, so they're going to go back to you with more details. I just want to make sure that we get at least a few things now as they jump out to me as first impressions. My only critique would be towards the end when you had a lot of text on the screen as far as like adjustments and things, and I got about halfway reading the second one, and then they were gone. So just be careful in putting up large chunks of text. You have to kind of gauge how long is it going to take to read this, and then even leave it up a little bit longer. The other thing you could have done was maybe broken up some of those suggestions when you were moving through your process. So I think the second one I was reading was talking about how you can substitute rose water or regular water for the vinegar if you have sensitive skin. And that could be something where as a text blob it comes up as you're mixing those two ingredients. You can say if you have sensitive skin. That way we're seeing you do something, we're hearing you say what you're doing, and then we can read along with an alternative method at the same time. But that was really, really great. So awesome. Cool. Okay, let's load up Dan's. Nope. Yep, there it is. Which I've only seen the first 4 seconds of, and he already had me laughing. All right, open. All right. This is a little bit of a longer one, all right, but we still want to pay respects to the work that was done for class. And then if yours is turned in, and I feel like that might be the last one. Oh, I do not want to discard. Stop it. Oh, we got, I don't know if Will's here. If you're here in the chat, which again, my number's not working. So do me a favor, if you haven't spoken in the chat yet, throw your name in there. Let me know that we're here because I want to make sure that we pay respects to your efforts in your video. As my counter is incorrect, and there's 1 or 2 videos that I want to show. If you're here, and if not, then we'll press on. So without further ado, let's learn how to play the piano. Something I wish I can do. So maybe this will help. Did it again. Why? Is this going to be the how to play suite? It's right there. It says that. Technical difficulties. Open. Okay. Let us try again.
Minecraft! Hello, my name is Daniel, and today I will be showing you how to play Sweden from Minecraft on the keyboard. So some items you'll need to actually learn how to play Sweden on the piano are obviously a piano and a notepad if you want to write down the notes. You'll see later in the video that I actually wrote down the keys on the keyboard to show you what they are and where you'll actually need them, your finger and hands to be to actually play them. The ongoing coronavirus pandemic that's affecting our daily lives, many people are at home bored. But I say this is a good time to learn something new, try something new such as playing a new instrument, trying a new cooking recipe, exercising, something to keep your mind occupied now. So that is the main reason why I'm doing this tutorial video, to make people learn something new. Now without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before we even start learning each individual part, I'm going to show you the entire song fully, and as you can see here, I've written down all the keys that you'll need to know to actually play the song. And I have here for the black keys on sticky notes, where this one's F sharp, oops, So now I'm going to show you the entire song. Yep, and that's the entire song. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the entire first part together. Ready? So I'm going to start it slow and I'm going to play it completely after. So we're going to start with, it's E, F sharp and A together, B by itself, F sharp and G together, B by itself, and this is D, E, C sharp and A together, G again, and then F sharp, A, D, E and D together. So the entire song, the entire first part, together is. And that is the first part. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the second part of the song, and like I said before, with the entire song, with your left hand, it's always going to be the exact same order. E, F sharp, G, B, A, G, and D. Alright? Now, for your right hand, we're going to actually add a key and then reverse 2 orders of keys. So what I mean by that is, so we're going to start off with D, go to B, A, F sharp, D, E, C sharp, A, F sharp, E. Now, what I mean by adding a key is I added an extra D here, because with the first part, we started off here and then went here, but then we went for the second part. And then reversing in order, instead of going, we went for the second part. And then in the first part, we went F sharp, A, E, where second part, we know A, F sharp, E. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like together. So once again, you're going to start off with E. It's gonna be E, D, B and F sharp together, A by itself, F sharp and G together, B by itself, D, E, C sharp and A together, G by itself again, and then A, F sharp, E and D. Now I'm going to show you what the entire song, the entire second part looks like together. So. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the third part. And now, I know I sound repetitive when it comes to the left hand, but remember, it's always going to be E, F sharp, G, B, A, G, D. And for the right hand, it's going to be A, B, D, F. Now we're going to add this F sharp over here. F sharp, E, C, D, C sharp, A. Once again, it's A, B, D, F sharp, E, C, D, C sharp, A. And now I'm going to show you what both parts look like for the third part. Ready? So it's E, F sharp and A together, B by itself, G and D together, B by itself, F sharp, E, C sharp and A together, G by itself, D, C sharp, A together. Okay, now I'm going to show you the entire song. The third part, excuse me. It's going to be E. It's gonna... And that's the third part. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the fourth and final part of this song. And what's nice about and easy about the fourth and final part is that it's exactly the same as the first part, except we're switching one key. So remember in the first part it was E, F sharp, and A together. Well, now we're doing E, F sharp, and B together. So once again, left hand is E, F sharp, G, B, A, G, D. And then now for the right hand, it's going to be B, A, F sharp, D, E, C sharp, F sharp, A, E. So now I'm going to show you both parts together. So once again, always E, F sharp and D together, A by itself, F sharp and G together, B by itself, D, E, C sharp and A together, G by itself, F, A, E, and D together. Okay? Now, let's play it. Oh. And that is the fourth part. Okay, so now that you know all 4 parts of the song, let's play it one last time. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how to play Sweden on the piano today. Take care.
All right, Dan. Wow, that was thorough and intense, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the emceeing in the beginning, or the introduction to the beginning and with the microphone that clearly wasn't hooked up to the camera, but that's okay. I like the shirt was on brand, right? It was video game related. You're doing a video game related song. Your instruction was super thorough, and I think it was really great that you were able to label the keys and that they lit up. That was just, I guess, happenstance to be the type of keyboard that you had. But that was really cool and helped me follow along a little bit, because one of the things that I've always had issues in trying to play the piano, which has been very, very minimal, is where do I put my hands and what keys are what? And I'm not musically inclined at all. So this is clearly a how-to for someone that is familiar with the piano basics already and wants to learn how to play this specific song. So it's really evident early on that if you don't know how to play the piano, this might not be for you, and that's okay. I'm not saying you need to target the lowest skill level every single time. You can have an intermediate or advanced how-to, because people might really like Minecraft and also really might enjoy playing the piano, and your video is going to satisfy their desire to learn how to play this one song on the piano. So really, really great job with that, because your behind camera explanation while you were doing things kept us, or kept me at least, interested. I think it could be really easy to look at a simple top-down shot and kind of go, oh, this is kind of the same for a large chunk of the video. But because your instruction was so good, it made it great. So I'm trying to, I didn't see anybody else there. No one else put in the chat that they were here. So we might move on then for... Just making sure. I'm just checking my downloads. Nope, Jake's not here. Evan's not here. I guess that might be this one. Nope, that's Simi's. Okay, no, I think we're good on projects. If someone's sitting here going like, wait, you didn't show mine. You didn't speak up, but let me know and then I can play it. Okay, so we're going to move on quickly to the last little bit. Let me hide my broadcaster so it's not confusingly in the background there. Okay, my desktop, which is littered with pictures that I need for stuff, and it's driving me nuts. Okay, let's go full frame here. So I just wanted to very briefly go through our project reflection assignment with you now, just so you might have a better understanding of what you'll come across when you see it. It's posted on Classroom already, so you're able to go view and take a look at it. I just thought I would spend like a minute or two going through some of the questions just so you have a better idea of what I'm looking for. It's not overly complicated. They never are, right? But the reflections for me are always really important, because I think it's always good at the end of a journey or endeavor or a project or a film, actually in my world, to kind of take a minute and, of course, relax, unwind, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and then kind of enjoy that mental headspace that comes with the outpour of creativity and kind of the thrill of being done a project. And then once that initial hump is done, taking a minute to reflect on what it was that you did, how you felt about it, where you felt you could improve, because that's where growth is going to stem from, right? And so anytime I do a short film or a competition piece or something, I'm so thrilled that it's done and it's in, and I feel really proud about it, and I'm kind of riding that adrenaline where it's just, I'm so excited to have this final piece that I want to share and show to everyone. And then once that subsides, I sit back and go, okay, where are some of the areas that I'm not too thrilled with in retrospect, or that I can be better next time at? And so all my reflectives are kind of geared for trying to bring that out with you for this work, and hopefully maybe you have that same process in some of your other classes as well. So it's 11 questions, and the last one's kind of is more open, so you can answer that to your heart's content. Okay, and I tried to go in order of like our production process, right? So the first few questions are more about the pre-production, and then we'll get into production, editing, and so on. So just moving down the list, which for some reason somehow got rid of question 3. With the pre-production stuff, what was the most difficult part of conceiving an idea that would work within the 2 to 2.5 minute time frame? And I know that we just watched a video that was 7-ish minutes, but Dan had reached out to me and explained his situation, and after some conversation, it kind of made sense that for this type of how-to and tutorial that it does need to be a little bit longer. I don't know if there's a way you can condense that much shorter without glossing over a lot of information. And so for the few people that did reach out and were asking about the duration, my immediate response was, if you're going over the time, but it's for a better product and you're going to be happier with it, then by all means go for it. I think what's nice with the 2 to 2.5 minute videos is that they're very digestible. And so you can get a good idea of something in a very short amount of time. And the quicker that you're done getting that idea, you can go out and start practicing that idea. But sometimes, with Dan's case, as an intermediate or advanced lesson, it does take a little bit longer. Was there anything within the constraints of the project at all that kind of limited what you wanted to do? Maybe you had an idea for something that just logistically wasn't possible because of the projects or the requirements that I set for the project. If so, let me know what that was. If you wanted to do, I'm drawing a blank on an example, but say you wanted to do something, but you looked at the requirements and was like, well, I don't know if that's going to fit what he's looking for. Let me know, because that might help me shape the requirements the next time I do this project. If I, in fact, do this project again, this was the first time. So I would love to hear that. Question 3, fell off the face of the planet. Question 4, how did you utilize your time? Our class structure was a little bit different for this project, right? We had our pre-production day where we outlined everything. We moved through the pre-production worksheet together. We went through a few examples, okay? And then even we had that class where the pre-production worksheet was due at the end of our session so that I can work along with you if you had questions or wanted to work through some stuff together. And in fact, on that day, I think there were a few of you that turned it in, and I was looking at them live, going through and offering suggestions and returning them to you. So between our our production and post-production days, of course, I was here available for you on our stream. Were you able to capitalize on that? And so that kind of spills into question 5 and 6. Did you utilize the production and post-production days for work on this project, or to take care of work for other classes to free you up to work on this project? If you didn't, you don't have to sugarcoat this answer. If you were like, yeah, Mr. Leonard, I didn't come because I wanted a break and I was perfectly fine doing things on my own without the extra help, that's cool. But let me know that. Because question 6 is going to ask, did you utilize that time for for production and post-production to get help from me? And if you did, was that helpful, and were those classes helpful? And if you didn't, why not? And this question might be geared a little bit more towards the folks that did not come to class, but emailed me a whole bunch asking questions that I know that I either went over in class or could have gone over had they been here. And so I just kind of want to hear from some of those folks as to why they opted not to come. And that could be as simple as I didn't think I needed help because I felt comfortable, but then I came across this one really specific issue. And that's fine too. All right. Question 7, from the start of the project, which depending on our letter day was the 27th, 28th of April until our due date, which depending on TV3, as they were included in this as well, was the Friday the 15th, Monday the 18th, or Tuesday the 19th. Did you feel, and you can just highlight one, you don't have to get into too much detail here, was there too much time? Was there not enough time? Or was there just the right amount of time? And again, your honesty in this answer is going to help me kind of get an idea of, with all my students, how they manage their time and how they best work this project into their other classes. All right. Because if you have a lot of tougher classes and maybe some AP stuff, and there's been a lot going on lately where you're like, wow, I'm really appreciative of those 5 class times that you were there and I was able to kind of use that time on my own to take care of stuff or work on this project, great. If you were like, I waited until the last weekend to do it because I thought I could do it in 2 days. Okay, like tell me that. I would like to know. Questions 8 and 9 are very similar, but deal with one very specific difference. I'm just curious in question 8, what are some of the non-tech related things that you came into as far as an obstacle or something that roadblocked you a little bit? And that could be like, oh, I wanted to, if I use Jack's example, I was going to shoot my video on Thursday and demonstrate how to make peanut butter and jelly, but my brother ate all the peanut butter on Wednesday and I didn't know. So when I sat down to shoot, all of a sudden there was no peanut butter in the fridge. Like that could have been something that was a small setback. Some of you opted to change your idea halfway through this process, and I'm curious why that was. So was there a logistical thing with the initial idea that was, oh, I can't do this anymore, I want to change it? Put that there. 9 is strictly related to the tech issues that you may have come across. All right, I know there were a good handful of people, not even a good handful, it was a very small handful of people that had some WeVideo issues Saturday, Sunday, the weekend before it was due. All right, as I'm sure most of us were cramming to get this finished if we waited to the last minute. And so I know I did my best to try and help those folks out. Turns out it was on WeVideo's end. It was no one's fault. It was some back-end stuff. But like that's something that we have to now know going into our next project, that if WeVideo has an issue or say the internet's down, we're in trouble. And so that's part of the reason why there was a lot of time to make sure that we were smart about trying to get stuff done early to avoid some issues like that. But we also were shooting stuff on our phones. Did that present a problem? Did your phone fill up with storage space? Did the battery die halfway through? Was there an issue uploading things, as some of us had some issues? And we figured some stuff out together, which is really helpful, all right? But let me know some of the tech-related issues that we were having there. Question 10 is simple on the surface, but I want you to give it at least 60 seconds of thought. Did this project have value to you? And I think the initial reaction for any project, for any class, for any school grade ever is always like, ugh, it's schoolwork. No, of course not. I'd rather not do it than do it. I'm just going to ask that beyond that 2-second thought, think a little bit longer. Given our circumstances, okay, we're not in the building. All right, there's a little bit more onus on you guys to stay on top of your own work. And of course, I wanted to create something that was going to be true to what we would do in school, albeit very modified, and kind of put you in a position to hopefully, in a entertaining or fun or creative way, get you to do some video work where you're on camera, but demonstrating, a personal skill that you have. And I think what's really cool about this project for me, like I said, I've never done it before, was that you guys got to hone in on something that you enjoy doing. And I'm hoping that maybe you really enjoyed teaching others how to do it. So I'm just curious if, as a whole, there was value in doing this project. So give that one some thought. And question 11 is just, quite frankly, if kind of an open space, free space, if there were a lot of circumstantial stuff that kind of hurt you along the way in making this project, or, things at home weren't going well, or there was that's an opportunity to just kind of spill some beans if you want to open up a little bit and let me know what might have impacted your project. Because on the surface, from what I've seen, you guys did a really great job with this. And but that doesn't always mean that the end product is representative of the journey that you went on to get it done. So if this was harder for you, let me know. All that stuff's going to stay confidential, of course. But it helps shape the bigger story, right? I don't think it's fair to look at just the final product and say, oh, this is really great. Or conversely, oh, their final product, that's so unlike Maria. That kind of missed the mark. But now I see that there were all these other things involved and that it was such a struggle to get it done. The fact that it's done at all is just wonderful. So if you want to put anything there, you're more than welcome. I won't be offended if you're like, nah, we're all good. Cool. And that's our reflective piece. That's shan't take too long, I wouldn't think. Just make sure you're giving open and honest feedback. Follow the directions that are listed there, right? Hit that 3 to 5 sentence minimum. And if you get a little anecdotal, as some people tend to, that's great too, because that gives me the story version, and that's a lot more fun to read. Do you guys have any questions on that brief synopsis there? As I pause to catch my breath and take a drink. Beep boop bop. Hide, Microsoft Word, hide. Really, out of breath, jeez. I'm going to trust that the chat is working, kind of. Let's refresh and see. I guess so, because Blessing just chimed in there. Okay, so what we'll do is this. So we're going to formally say, as of right now, we can conclude our class on the day. I'm going to hang back for a couple more minutes. If people want to chat or gab it up, you're more than welcome. If you want to be on your way, that's also fine as well. Looks like the sun might be out for an extended period of time. If that's the case, go capitalize on some outdoor lunch. And hopefully, I might see you later during this wave parade. If you're venturing outside to wave and say hello, I'll be running around with a camera at various points on that route, so maybe I'll see you. I know there are a few of you that are going to be doing the AP World History exam tomorrow. So to those folks, I say best of luck. I really hope you do well. I'm sure you'll do well. I know some of you, I think actually, I was talking to Mr. Stevenson about the 9th grade AP World History. He feels pretty confident. So if you have him, I think you're going to be in good shape. But that's going to about do it for our class today. So the assignment or the reflective piece is posted on Classroom. It does have a due date of 1 o'clock on Friday for our Friday class. All right, so we might touch base very lightly in the beginning of that class, just as an opportunity to ask any questions on that, to work on that together if you want. I'm going to try to do something a little weird for my live stream, just because I just want to mix it up a little bit, and I figured you guys might enjoy because you've been a good bunch. No, Jazz, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. No, I have no doubts you guys are going to do great. It could be AP macroeconomics. No, thank you. I would rather do world history. All right, all the more reason to rest, relax, get your mind in the right place. Make sure you get enough sleep, eat good meals throughout the day. And then, just go in there knowing you're going to do your best. That's all. dun, 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 dun. Okay. Ooh, sorry, gotta chill. Oh, Gianna, I said it to Maria earlier. I didn't know you were in the chat, but your speech the other day came out really good. I edited those yesterday. A million and 10 things to do for other classes. Boy, howdy, I hear you. This is a week. This is going to be a rough one for me. I did election speeches from 1:30 to 8:30 last night. I got to do the wave parade tonight. Morning show tomorrow. Edit the wave parade thing tonight. Grade all these projects. And do the Spring Sports Awards by Monday. So it's going to be a rough week, and hopefully after this we smooth sail a little bit. I also need to figure out what we are doing as a class next week, as I'm still waiting to hear from the higher ups about some things regarding graduation and end of the year. And here's the thing I always told myself when I was in college. It was one of those, like, the work will pile up, as it always does. But I always told myself, it's going to get done. There will be the day when it's done and it's turned in and it's not there anymore. That time will come. And so regardless of what there was on the plate, there may be 1,000,010 things, or there might be 1,050,000,050 things. At some point, they're going to be finished. So I always took, like, solace in knowing that, okay, when the project's due, it'll be finished one way or the other. It's going to get done, right? Because I was never the type of person to just not do it. So it was more about just kind of saying, okay, you can gear yourself up to kind of go hard, and then know that you can breathe easy afterwards. You taped your phone to your Chrome. I like that. All right, hey, listen. Whatever it takes to get the shot, all right? That's kind of the cameraman's mantra. Is whatever you need to do to get the shot, get the shot. I've hung out of windows. I've hung out of cars. I've hung off roofs. I've hung off bridges. I've stepped over waterfall. Like, whatever you need to do to get a shot, you get the shot. Yeah. There's a video of a film I was making, some behind-the-scenes video of me literally in a river right near a bunch of waterfalls, and I've got my camera gear, and I'm sitting there like waist high in water, and there's a drone, and I'm like doing all, and it was like, if I slip and fall, not only is the shot ruined, but I'm ruining all my equipment. Yeah, whatever you got to do to get it, and it paid off, right? And that becomes something that you're just like, oh, no one knows I did this, but it's kind of cool that that's what it took to get it, especially when you figure that out and you solve it yourself. It's very rewarding. All right, there's a view count, very misleading. It's throwing me for a loop. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up our stream now. I'm going to conclude it, and we'll touch base again on Friday. So if you have any questions about the assignment between now and then, feel free to email me. Or if you want to, like, if you have an AP exam tomorrow and that's going to be your focus, cool, and you want to pop in Friday and go, all right, Mr. Leonard, I'm going to do this now, but that's cool too. All right, so those testing, good luck tomorrow. Everyone enjoy the rest of your afternoon and your day. We'll touch base briefly on Friday, and then enjoy, you guys will, a nice long weekend, I hope. So we'll talk to you later. All right, see ya.